Well, howdy, everybody. Teresa here. Just me and the puppies. It is November 7th, 2017, Tuesday evening. It is 6:17 p.m. It's been another beautiful day, but let me recap last night after I made my video and stuff. Brad made tacos, and I was doing some stuff on the computer. I don't really remember what. And then I went down, took a shower after dinner while he did the dishes and fed the dogs. And then we just kind of relaxed the rest of the evening. I did finish a 5D. I'll show you it. Please excuse me, I'm moving kind of slow right now as I'm in quite a bit of pain. My sciatica on my right side from my hip on down is really acting up right now. But anyway, this is my Dragon 5D I just finished. I haven't even much polished it yet. So, yeah, got that done. Got another one started, which is going to be Tim Burton's. It's a scene off of The Nightmare Before Christmas. And that one will be for me. I keep thinking, why am I doing these? You know, because right now we don't have room to even put them up. But someday we will have, find a rental and stuff, and I'll be able to put them up. And Brad said, not hurting anything. You enjoy doing them. I was like, yeah, that's true. So, I slept okay last night. I was up later than I should have been. I was up finishing that 5D, and then I always have this thing where I finish one 5D, I like to get together one started. And you guys know how I always do my colors and stuff. So, yeah, I got all my colors ready and labeled and everything, and, And then I got talking on IM with a good friend and stuff. We were catching up. So, but I got up this morning with Brad and made him pancakes. On the days that he works the long shift, the open and the close, I like to make him a bigger breakfast. So I made him pancakes, which he really loves. I just had like a medium-sized one and a small one. I'm not a huge fan of pancakes. They're okay. I like French toast or waffles better. But he really loved them. And then I went back to sleep for a while after I got him off work. I made his lunch, got him off to work. And I just wasn't feeling real perky. I'm having some stomach issues. And I just think it's a reaction to the metformin, but it's just going to have to be what it's going to have to be. And so I took some Imodium for that, and didn't really work that hot. And so I didn't really get the dogs outside until about 4. But they weren't really chomping at the bit until then. So I took them outside, and then I did paint for a while. And watered my plants and stuff. Cleaned up a seashell. I don't have it in here, darn it. I'll have to show it to you tomorrow. I found the biggest, most beautiful seashell, about that long. It was empty. We always make sure, because most of the time you pick them up, there's either a crab inside or there's a snail inside. But this one was empty. It was laying up on its side. So I think it was low tide. I think there was a lot of birds that maybe had just come in and eaten the inhabitants. But so I cleaned it up today. Boy, is it pretty. I'll have to show it to you tomorrow. Well, what a find. I tell you what. Just ignore that. It is a lot of fun to go at low tide and look for seashells. I found a lot of really, really small, cool ones and stuff. And it's fun, and it's just, what a treat. That's kind of, I always imagined for years and years that we wanted to live by the ocean, and, or near it, and that, you could go there and walk along the beach, look for a few seashells, just kind of recenter yourself, and that's exactly what happened. And it's really neat what a difference between high tide and low tide. And boy, you really can see a lot of neat stuff during low tide. Like all the bubbles and stuff in the sand and stuff, that's where the crabs are hiding and, you know, or watching your dog herd the crabs and, you know, crabs are walking sideways, you know, but he wasn't getting his nose down low enough to get snapped. But it just makes you feel, every time Brad and I go to the beach or the ocean, we always say, this is why we live here. This is why we live here. Or if we go to a park or whatever, this is why we live here. And it is. And I got some neat shots yesterday of pine cones. The sand here is white, for those of you that may not know. But the sand here is pure white. And so I got a really neat picture of Charlie laying on the sand. There were some fishermen unloading some oyster beds and new ones to put out. And he was just kind of laying in front, kind of, you know, in guard position and stuff, not growling or anything. But I got a really beautiful shot of him. And then I got a really beautiful shot of the pine cones on the beach. And because unless you are from this part of Florida, you don't really realize that there's a lot of pine trees with the palm trees. And, you know, it's really a neat mix. And there's pine cones all over right now. And they're big ones, too. They're really big and pretty ones. So, you know, I don't think that they sell too many of the big bags of pine cones because they're everywhere right now. If you want to send them, you can send them with whatever. But it was a really neat thing. But so I did do all that, brought the dog back inside, and I did, even though I'm still not feeling real perky, I did clean house. I did dust and vacuum and spray for unwanted guests and do the windows and freshen up everything. And I still got to do the dishes. But the sciatica on, I don't know if I already said that, on the right side of my hip, it just, I just took some Tylenol. I take a leave for just a normal pain, but it's kind of what we call the bumper, you know, the bumper dose. We can still take some Tylenol and that, because it's smarting. But gotta do the dishes, and I'm making crab salad for dinner. It's imitation, it's not real crab. But Brad really loves it, and that way there'll be some left over for him to have to take to work tomorrow for lunch. I'm going to do some sliced cucumbers with it. I got some cucumbers I need to use up. So, but things are going well. Feeling happy. Usually this time of year I really struggle with the holidays coming, and I'm fine with it this year. It's been so long since we've had any family or anything to share any holidays with that honestly I don't know how we would really react if we did. So it works out because his employee is you know, young enough to be our daughter, and she's married and has a couple of children, and you know, of course, she's wanting to know if they do have family. I don't know, they have some family somewhere else, and then they have some family locally, and so she was kind of wanting to know about the holidays. And I told Brad, I said, you know, since we, you know, we don't have kids, and we don't have any family around or anything, so it's not really a big deal for us. Why don't you go ahead and work, you know, Thanksgiving, and we don't know about if they'll be open Christmas or not. You know, because we can do ours any other time, and that way, it's, you know, holidays are for family and kids and stuff, and you know, so they can do that. You know, it's like Halloween worked out well for her because that was her normal day off anyway. If not, you know, Brad would have worked so they can take their kids trick-or-treating. It is what it is. You know, I still love the holidays and stuff. You know, we have our own little celebration, and you know, it's just the way it is. The way it is for a lot of people. You know, you just have to accept what your reality is and make the best of it and move on. And that's what we've done. Really enjoying having that art studio outside so much. Really do. was adding some, what do you call it? Angie gave it to me. It's some iridescent shimmer I was adding to a scene I'm doing, which is, of course, a seascape with beautiful sky and stuff. You know me. Yeah, I kind of bounce around, but that's kind of what I'm into right now, so I'm just going with it. I want to try and do some paintings of my dog, Charlie. You know, and who's right by me right now. And what else? I don't know. I've got the background done for an abstract right now, a really colorful one, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, so it's just kind of setting aside. But that's all I really have going on. You know, kind of a chill day. I haven't had the TV on since this morning, before Brad went to work, and then I did play some Facebook games while I was talking to Linda. Talked with her for a bit today. It made me feel really good. Wasn't landed on my. Would not be anything creepy. Made me feel really good because, right away this morning I had a friend IMing me, and then, it always makes you feel good that, Linda always, we always like to talk to each other every day, and some days we talk a little bit, some days we talk more. It depends on what our schedule is and what's going on, how each of us are feeling. And then, of course, Brad calls, just because he misses me and I miss him when he's at work. And then, my niece Emily called, and she's like, I had to call Uncle Brad because somebody didn't answer her phone and I needed some advice. She's such a sweetheart. I just, she's such a blessing to have in our life. And I really enjoy the relationship with her and her fiance and stuff. So, but it just made me feel good, because sometimes you can look around and you can go, maybe there's some people you want to talk to that just don't really make time for you, or you're just not a priority and you can't make them. And I'm sure there's times in my life when I was younger and stuff that maybe people wanted to talk to me and I wasn't making them a priority or making time for them. I mean, you have a bond with who you have a bond with, but it makes you feel really good when somebody's like, hey, I've been thinking about you, or I've been wanting to talk to you, or whatever. So I feel very blessed. So anyway, that's all I have to say for today right now. I'm going to get off here and get this uploaded and get some dishes done and all that good stuff. All right. I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so much, and I think you guys are awesome. And after I get done with my chores and stuff, I'll sit down tonight and answer some comments. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.